To recap the first video, go to Google Drive, create a folder, and inside the folder create a collab notebook. Type print hello world, and now we are on the same page. This is your first program. In Python, print isn't just a word, it's a function. Think of a function like a magical vending machine. You put something in, it does some work, and it spits something out. And this print so-called function prints stuff on your screen. That's it. And this parenthesis, that's how we activate the function. But what happens if we remove them? Boom! Error. Python is throwing a tantrum because you didn't invoke the function correctly. And look at that. Super useful information. Collab tells you right here, the error is on line number 1, the first and only one in this case. This is a syntax error, which means you wrote something wrong or you're missing something. What could it be? Missing parentheses. Remember, parentheses activate or call the function. Did you mean print something between two parentheses? It's literally telling you how to fix the error. Now, what you put inside those parentheses is called an argument, and changing how you type it can completely break your code. Here's how. Here, our argument is text, known in Python as a string, a type of data. Don't worry, we'll get to that on the next video. The quotation marks tell Python, hey, treat this exactly as text, you hear me? See that? No quotes means Python thinks hello is a secret variable, not text. What? Variables? Yes, next video, don't worry, just hear me out. You might think this works. Nah, it doesn't. Another error. Python hates when strings just break across lines like that without permission. To fix this, Python uses a secret cheat code character. Well, it's not secret, it's just to make the video a little more interesting. Let's type it in right now. This \n is an escape character. It tells Python, start a new line. New line. Yeah, you get the point. Think about receipts. You can do that on Python. Cashiers don't manually type the whole receipt every time. They use a template. Now look all of this line, geez. Imagine they did this receipts in Python. Well, it might look something like this. Pin. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works. And look at this. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of \n. One for every new line. Wait, what is that? What is that? \t? What does that mean? Well, of course I know, I put it there, I'm just acting. Backslash is an escape character, and \n isn't the only one in the family, we have a couple more. \t stands for tabular. It does the same thing as the tab key, so all of these spaces are created because of \t. One \t, two \t, one and two \t. And here there's just one. That's how the backslash works here. It's like in Notepad. It fills the blank space, but it makes an effort to keep everything aligned, 8 spaces to be exact. Look, I'm here with my channel mascot/avatar. If I press tab before the emoji, it'll create 8 spaces. But if I type something instead of blank spaces, it'll fill those 8 spaces. See? Now here's a fun problem. What if you want to print an actual backslash? Let's say print C:\new folder, haha, disaster. Because Python sees \n and thinks, oh, new line. Yeah, it's a asshole. To fix this, we skip the escape character. So, print C:\new folder. Escape new folder. Double backslash means, relax Python, just print one normal backslash, alright? Now let's level up. The print function can take multiple arguments. Just separate them with a comma. Python automatically puts a space between them. It knows they're different things. But what if you don't want a space? Look at that. Doesn't look classy. What if you want a comma, a dash? That's where keyword arguments come in. Up until now, we've used positional arguments. The order you type them in is the order they appear on screen. But Python also accepts keyword arguments, which are special instructions passed at the very end of the function. Sep stands for separator, like your parents, haha. By adding sep at the end, we told Python, instead of separating our stuff with a space, use a dash. Now, if you really want to remember this, what's the separator between you and getting some women or men? For example, coding. You know, this is very personal, because I've been alone for almost 5 years. No, I'm joking, pretty close, but that is something to remember better. Another way of remember it could be this. Just wait, just let me work. Now here's something Python is picky about. Keyword arguments must always come last. This works, this doesn't. One more keyboard argument you need to know. End. Normally, every print automatically jumps to a new line. It's secretly doing this. Print hello \n. That invisible \n is added for you, but we can change it. Print hello and boom, space has to be space, not empty. Print world. The output will be hello world. And changing it to a space, we force the next print statement to stay on the same line. Now, we've covered the theory, but you don't learn coding by watching, isn't it? Here's your challenge. Pause the video right now, open up your own Google Colab notebook if you haven't yet, and try to get this exact output on your screen using what we just learned about sep or end. First, do it with sep, and then with end. You'll see why later. Are you back? Let's look at the two different ways to solve this. With sep, you just have to print all the numbers separated by commas, and then set the separator between them to a slash. Now end. You print 7 with end set to a slash. Slash, not backslash. This slash is for the date. And remember, that slash is replacing the \n that normally gets added every time you call the print function. Do the same with the day and finally the year. There's no need to add an end option to the last one because the previous print already moved the output to the same line. You look at this and it's obvious. Why would you use end? Using sep in this case is much cleaner, but if you haven't seen the first video of this series, go watch it. If you have, then remember, programming isn't just about making your code work, it's about getting better at solving problems. Almost every problem has multiple solutions. Sometimes you'll find a solution that takes 50 lines of code, other times you'll find one that only needs 2. The goal is to train yourself to look for the simplest, cleanest, and most efficient approach. Then why did I make you do it with sep and end? Because the point wasn't just to learn those two parameters. The point was to make you think. When you try different approaches to solve the same problem, you're training your brain to recognize patterns and discover better solutions. Every time you ask yourself, is there a cleaner way to do this? You're developing the problem-solving skills that make great programmers. And that's the habit I want you to build right from the start. And that's it. It might not feel like much yet, but you have already learned one of the most important skills in programming. You learn how to use print, how strings work, why quotation marks matter, how to escape special characters with a backslash, and how to customize your output with sep and end. More importantly, you also saw something every programmer deals with every single day: errors. And that's a good thing. Every error is just Python telling you,
hey, I don't understand this part.
Your job isn't to avoid errors, it's to learn how to read them and fix them. So if your code breaks, congratulations, you're programming. In the next video, we're going to make our programs remember things. Instead of printing fixed text like hello world, you'll create variables, store information, and start writing programs that actually do something. So keep breaking your code, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.